Alright guys, we are back. UFC Fight Night. Makhachev versus Green. Main event. Bobby Green versus Islam Makhachev. And we all know it was supposed to be Islam versus Beneil Dariush. Beneil Dariush got hurt. And Bobby Green was the only one to step up and say, alright, I'll fight Islam Makhachev. Because let's be honest, nobody else wants to fight Islam other than Bobby Green. It's pretty obvious. I've heard Rafael Dos Anjos turned it down, Gregor Gillespie turned it down, and Tony Ferguson turned it down. If you want a title match right away, if you want to get anywhere in the contention for a title, Islam Makhachev is the guy to get you there. But anyway, enough about that. Let's give all the praise to Bobby Green and Islam for still taking this fight, because Bobby Green, guys, I'm going to say it right off the start. This minus 720 to plus 500 underdog is insane. And it might be crazy for me to think Bobby Green has a chance to win this fight, but I don't think it is. You look at Bobby Green's last fight against Nasrat Haqparast, a skilled boxer, and Bobby Green just beat the shit out of him for 3 rounds straight. And the fight before that, he knocked out Il Iaquinta. The fight before that, he fought Rafael Fiziev and almost won that fight. Rafael's fighting RDA. The list goes on. But Bobby Green is getting super disrespected in the sense of a plus 500 underdog. A few things where I understand where he's a heavy underdog. The fact he just fought a couple weekends ago. The fact he blew back up to 190 pounds because he's eating, he's enjoying his win as he should do. So now he's got to cut the weight a second time. It's going to be at catch weight at 160. That 5 pounds that Islam has to shed off, it's a big deal when he doesn't have to shed that off. Neither does Bobby, but Islam is the cardio wrestler guy. Bobby Green's the boxer. It's obvious where these guys want to take it. Bobby Green's going to try to keep it on the feet. The question is, how long can he keep it on the feet? Islam Makhachev goes in there and everyone knows what he's going to do. He's a miniature Khabib. It's Khabib's cousin. Obviously, you know what's going to happen. Islam wants to take you down and just keep pressuring you and tire you out, submit you. He wants to knock you out, obviously. But man, this fight, it's so interesting because I just can't get over the betting odds. You know, Islam's always a huge favorite in his fights, but you go always back to the most recent fights and their competition that they're fighting. At least I do. And you look at Islam, and Islam hasn't fought anyone. Okay, I'd say around his competition, around Bobby Green's, Dan Hooker is acceptable. But Dan Hooker is a lengthy clinch kind of, he knocks you out and whatnot. He's not the slick striker that Bobby Green is. So he's fought Dan Hooker, great win, first round submission. Thiago Moises, that was a good round, or a good fight, submission. Drew Dober is a good fighter. And then from there on, it's kind of But I got to give it, Drew Dober is probably around Bobby Green's caliber of fighting. So we could see that kind of fight. Just he gets taken down and beat up and submitted and all that. But the only thing, man, Bobby Green is also fighting very good people too. You know, he lost to Rafael Fiziev, like I said, barely. Third round, he came back. I thought he won that fight, to be honest. Then he went out there on a chip on his shoulder, knocks out Il Iaquinta, and then goes to a crazy, total blowout. Totally all his fight against Nasrat Haqparast. Just all him, all 3 rounds. I thought it was 30-26. It was probably 30-27. 4 days ago. 4 days ago. So, for betting purposes, you come here and you want to know about, money lines, chalk laydown, all that kind of stuff. I do have to side with the huge favorite. But, with that being said, I did already lay money on the line for Bobby Green. Quick $50. He's a plus 500 underdog on the app I use. I think he was a plus 550. Either way, I think it's a $300 or $250 payout on $50 if Bobby Green just wins. You can take that bet. You can take that bet because I'll tell you why. If you lose that money, you weren't supposed to win it anyway, right? Theoretically, huge favorite, Islam Makhachev. If you're going to win, if you're going to lose, it doesn't matter anyway. But if you win, the upside and the bragging rights is there. He's a plus 500 underdog, and he shouldn't be. I just think it's going to be a closer fight. I think Bobby Green wins a couple rounds. Possibly hurts Islam with that pressure and slick boxing. And maybe if he stuffs a couple takedowns and gets Islam off him, it's not going to be a good night for Islam, guys. It's not going to be a good night. But Islam's got that 5 extra pounds, which could hurt Bobby Green, but Bobby Green needs it. He can't cut all the way down to 155 after his last fight. It's going to be a great fight, guys. And I'm sorry I've talked enough about the main event, but this is what you came for. 88% are taking Makhachev, 12% Green. And yeah, I'd have to go with Makhachev too, just with the early notice and all that. And Makhachev's been training for Beneil Dariush. She's in such great shape. I'm going to go with Makhachev. But with that being said also, I have a Makhachev. I have Islam Makhachev, Armin Surukian, Gregory Rodriguez, and Hernandez, I believe is how you say his name, and Victor Altamirano in a parlay. That's my parlay. But we'll go down to the co-main event. That's the main event. I got Islam, but I also have Bobby on a one fight. Just one fight. Just straight up their fight. Bobby Green winning. Huge underdog beating Islam. Could happen. But I'm making my parlay. I'm making Islam in my parlay because that's the more bettable. It's more understanding. It's probably what's going to happen. So, moving on to the co-main event. Misha Cirkunov versus Wellington Turman. I'm just going to say quickly. It's Misha Cirkunov. Dude, Misha is a fucking beast. And, I mean, look at that guy. Yeah, he's lost in his last couple fights. To Jocko, that was down in middleweight. Cut a lot of weight for that fight. He beat Jimmy Crute, flying needed by Johnny Walker. But the thing is with Wellington Turman, dude, who has he fought? That's good that he's beat. He got knocked out by Andrew Sanchez. If you get knocked out by Andrew Sanchez, I'm not betting on you. I can't trust you. I'm good. I'm passing. Misha Cirkunov by decision or possible KO. You can spread some of that. Love on a KO prop. Maybe you get the win there. Next fight: Priscilla Cashiera versus Jinkim, and you gotta be careful with that one. And these girls, I'm just gonna make this quick. I'm going with Priscilla. Excuse me, I'm not going with Priscilla. I'm going with Kim. Just honestly based on size, the reach advantage. This is 7-inch reach advantage, guys. This is a huge reach advantage. This girl, she likes to miss weight. Zombie girl, Priscilla. Don't know. I'm not going to say too much on these girls. They're both just making their way into the UFC. It's not going to be a crazy card or a crazy fight. Next fight, Armin Surukian versus Joel Alvarez. It's a very interesting, fun fight. A lot of people are spreading a lot of love on Joel Alvarez, coming in as a pretty big underdog, Don't know why they're not showing us here right now, but he is an underdog, pretty big underdog. And I spread a parlay pretty early on Surukian based on he fought Islam and did very well. Joel Alvarez misses weight. If Armin isn't, if he didn't wake up on the right side of the bed and then that morning he finds out Joel Alvarez missed weight, he might just want to cancel this fight. You never know. I don't blame him. Joel Alvarez is 6'3", with a 77-inch reach at 155. That is huge, you guys. Joel Alvarez is a big fucking dude, and he's got nasty submissions, nasty knockouts, everything to go with that. Armin Surukian, he just lays on top of you, and he just suffocates you, tires you out. He's got some good boxing. He's young. Both these guys have a great record. I'm going with Armin Surukian. I think he's going to outpressure him and get it done. Gregory Rodriguez, I had mentioned before, he's facing off against a tough Armin Petrosian. Both guys got knockout power. But Gregory Rodriguez has been UFC battle tested, and Armin Petrosian is finally making his UFC debut. Yeah, he fought on Contender Series, all that good stuff with a nasty knockout. But this guy hasn't fought UFC fighters like Gregory Rodriguez has. Gregory Rodriguez has knocked out and submitted some good people in his career, young career. He's 30 years old, but he hasn't been in for a while. I just think Gregory Rodriguez is a good enough striker to stand with Armin to avoid striking, eventually transition into grapple and maybe chain wrestle and get him down and beat him up there. He might even clip him standing up because Armin throws wild as shit too. This is going to be a good fight. But I'm going with Gregory Rodriguez strictly off of experience, technicality. He's UFC battle tested. I think he's going to get it done over Armin Petrosian, but that's going to be a good fight. That might be fight of the night. I'm going to be very tuned into that fight. Next fight. This is the last fight before the main card. And Hernandez versus Zui Rong. And man, I wish these guys didn't fight because they're such high thought of prospects. We don't need them to fight right now. But Hernandez is going to have a big favorite in size, and he's got a 5.5-inch reach advantage. Excuse me. That is a 4.5 inch reach advantage. But he's 6'3", and Rong's 5'9". Rong's much smaller, but if I am right, correct me if I'm wrong, it's not going to show me anything right now, but his fights, he takes down a lot of his opponents. He's got like 6 or 7 takedowns in his 2 UFC fights. That's pretty good, dude. Rong, like I said, he's a shorter guy. He's 21 too. He's shorter, so he's going to be lower to the ground, which wrestlers want. He could get on the inside if he takes Hernandez down and keeps him there. It's going to be a long night. Not good for my parlay. But I think Hernandez striking, spinning wheel kicks, his distance striking is just all around better. And I think it's going to be tough for Rong to adapt to. We'll see. This fight is like an in-fight adjustment. Whoever adjusts better during the fight is going to win that fight, in my opinion. Jose Nunez versus Pascal. I will quickly say I think Nunez makes quick work of this girl, knocks her out. Her punching power is second to none, especially in the women division. Good luck finding a girl other than Amanda Nunez and Chris Cyborg. There's 2 or 3 or 4 girls, but this Nunez, she hits hard as shit, dude. And I think Nunez is going to put her out. Terence Mckinney versus Ferrazziom. Crazy as shit to think Terence Mckinney was a pretty big underdog. Now it's near even. Money's starting to come back in on Terence McKinney as it should. I have Terence McKinney winning this fight. Terence McKinney is he's a better grappler. I think he possesses more power in his hands. Ferrazziom, he is a better distance striker. He strikes better at distance and everything to do with that. But I think Terence McKinney can take this fight wherever it goes. I think he's going to be all around better wherever he wants to take the fight. So I got Terence McKinney. Excuse me. And he was a big underdog, like I said. Alejandro Perez for Jonathan Martinez. I'm taking Jonathan Martinez. I think Perez is at the end of his career, his short-lasted UFC career. He did beat Johnny Eduardo, which is awesome, and he beat Cody Stamen. Lost to Cody Stamen, just got laid on. But 3 years ago, he beat Eddie Wineland. 3 years ago, I mean, this guy took a 2-year layoff. I think Jonathan Martinez is the more technical fighter. He has better ground game. He's got a couple submissions up his hand. He's got a bigger reach, and he's the bigger guy. And he's younger. I just think Jonathan Martinez is faster. He's all-around better fighter. I think that's a pretty easy pick there. Ramiz Brahimaj versus Michael Gilmore. Interesting fight. But I think Ramiz Brahimaj wins. He just came back from a fight, Court McGee, a month ago. Kind of got a chip on his shoulder. And I think Michael Gilmore is just nothing to be thought of in the UFC. He's 6-4, and he's in the UFC. One of my best friends, Thomas Peterson, 5-0, LFA heavyweight champion, fastest knockout in 19 seconds in the LFA heavyweight history. And he's not in the UFC yet. Come the fuck on. Get this guy 6-4 out of there. He's in the 185 division, which, whatever, my buddy's heavyweight, but some of these guys just don't even belong in there, and I think Michael Gilmore's one. Michael Gilmore, maybe you can prove me wrong this weekend, but I doubt it. Victor Altamirano versus Carlos Hernandez to start the night off is a good fight to start the night off. Both these guys come to fight, dude. Both these guys come to fight. They're both strong. They're both technical. I just think Victor is the little more polished fighter, and he's better at staying in your face and dodging. He's got the reach advantage, 4.5-inch reach advantage, which is big, man. Especially when you're 125 pounds and you guys move faster than cats. Faster than cats. Who says that? Well, faster than whatever, fill in the blank. Whatever you think, runs fast, punches fast, swims fast, whatever the hell you think. Appreciate it, guys. If you enjoyed this video, please check out my YouTube channel. Check out all my videos, like and subscribe. And I appreciate it a lot. You guys all have a great night, and I'm going to do a recap video. And see how this night went. I'm going to do a record from now on with all my picks. So, appreciate all the love, guys. See you later.